My name is Taylor Volk. This is my informal speech. This is side one, and this is side two. To my audience. Thank you. Imagine you're back in the 1500s, and Francis I was on the throne. Leonardo da Vinci, a man known for his incredible inventions, helped pave the way for future technologies. Some of those technologies included flight, breakthroughs of his anatomy, and also through astronomy. One of his first inventions was called the flying apparatus, a machine that helped with aerodynamics as well. By 1485, he was already writing drafts or sketches for his first flying machine, and by 1490, he successfully was flying around Italy. Also, Leonardo da Vinci worked on military technology, and this greatly stemmed from his research of flight. Some of his experiments with military technology was called the pilot prone, and this was basically a device where soldiers would lay on their stomachs, kind of like this, and then they would operate the machine. Pierre Jacob, chief curator, states he filled many notebooks with weapons, military machines, and fortifications. With this in mind, Da Vinci was able to create multiple and many uh, military machines and technologies that would greatly benefit us for today. And that actually again stemmed from his flight research. In addition to flight, he was also into anatomy, and some of his detailed work would help with healthcare for patients in the future years to come. In the year 1500, he was allowed to dissect human bodies, and by doing that, he was able to kind of look in and see kind of where in the scale, where the specific organs were, and it all kind of worked out from there. So, again, as him being um, a Renaissance man, he was able to create this sketch called the Vitruvian Man. And with that being said, this man basically, the sketch of a man, not man actually, doctors and surgeons were able to kind of pinpoint exact locations of specific organs. Um, Stephen Borg Keith, an operating department practitioner, states he produced a mathematical representation of the body, thereby creating a new basis for scientific method. The remarkable image was documented, and basically meaning that this Da Vinci, this device, the sketch that he did, is still being kind of used today. Da Vinci takes steps into developing history. So he always tries to kind of update, always tries to kind of figure out and learn new things. Okay, so we're back into the last one, and this is his work on astronomy. So with astronomy, before Leonardo da Vinci was famous for his other Renaissance tasks, he was known as a painter. But after he died, people kind of knew him more for that, and scientists were able to um, kind of learn off of him, their theories, and then kind of bring their theories in together, so they're kind of able to overlap theories, and it all worked out for future astronomers as well. So one of his first technologies, or the first type of improvements that he did, was working with the sun and the sun's reflection, and he was able to also look in craters of the moon through his eyesight as well. So he was able to kind of look with this through the naked eye. Okay, so Da Vinci's work on the sun. He would kind of study the Earth's reflections through metal or glass and the shadows of the Earth as well. Okay, so after he kind of figured out and he was doing that, he was looking at the moon's rotations of the sun. And he would kind of see, okay, well, he would look at that. And that was called the Codex Atlanticus. Barbara Wethler, an American historian for science, states he was the first one to explain Earthshine. Also, he had a colleague named Duke Milan. And Duke Milan, basically they partnered up, and they would kind of create sets together, and actors would dress up in different solar systems, including the moon, his new inventions and new improvements. And also, NASA Science state that by NASA Globe, by the Da Vinci Globe states he was the first one to solve ancient riddle of Earthshine. Okay. Da Vinci paved the way for future technologies through flight, anatomy, and astronomy. And with that being said, he was able to, people, they take that for granted. So without Leonardo da Vinci, we wouldn't be able to experience technologies, or it would take a longer time to do that. And with words of Da Vinci, learning never exhausts the mind. Thank you.